Hold on a second. How'd the driver get out? If the driver wasn't in there, then that sucker's still in neutral. Any ideas?
All right. Well, so that video there, you see a truck jammed in the back of a U-Haul truck. In case you didn't see it, it was stuck in there pretty good. No room between the sides of the U-Haul and the truck that's in there. Now, obviously, the person could have climbed out the back window, or they could have pushed it in there or something like that. But, you know, the joke I decided to do on this one was the driver's either still in there or that sucker's not in gear. But I want to talk about the logistical issues with what we just saw there. I don't know if y'all's ever tried to haul a vehicle in a U-Haul. Now, first of all, I'm not saying you should do this, because you probably shouldn't do this, but I had two lawnmowers. They were antiques. One of them was my wife's grandfather's, and one was my great-grandfather's tractor, and they were both early 70s or late 60s John Deere 110 lawnmowers. So not very heavy, not very big. We fit them in there. We had, after I acquired these things, I had to get them across the country, and it was like a 16-hour drive from where it was, and I had to get these back. Now, it's sentimental value. I think the renting the U-Haul cost more than what the tractors were worth. In the process of this, I had a grandfather clock that we had inherited from my wife's grandfather, and that had to go in there too. And I was terrified leading up to this thing. Well, first of all, the grandfather clock didn't fit in a small U-Haul. You had to get the bigger, longer U-Haul truck. And U-Haul is not sponsoring me or anything. I'm saying their name a lot here. It's just talking about the story that we happen to rent. You could use Budget or any of these others, truck rental or U-Haul or whatever. Anyway, not saying one's better than the other one. Just saying I used U-Haul because the price was right and the location was right. So to start this story off, I rent the U-Haul, right, and I get a text about 3 days before I was supposed to pick this truck up, and it said, "Would you like to haul an extra load? You can save $500." Haul an extra load. Now I was just renting a U-Haul truck, so I'm like, give me more information. I'm always down to save $500, right? Well, what it involved is picking up a trailer. It was about an hour drive out of my way to pick up this trailer and then drop it off about halfway through my trip. So like an 8 or 10 hour drive, drop this trailer off. Now, I'm not sure if anybody's ever done this. If you have, leave some comments of how it worked in the bottom, in the comments. But y'all, when I investigated a little further, they said it would be a locked trailer and I wouldn't be able to get into it, and that I would be hauling it and dropping off at a U-Haul location somewhere, and it was a way for someone to transport stuff without me or without hauling it themselves, which is a great idea. With the exception of this, first of all, U-Haul's charging these people to move this stuff, and well, how do they know how much of a good driver I am? Would you trust your stuff with this? I don't know if I would. It just seems like a weird practice to me. But hey, it is what it is. But that's not really even the story I want to get into tonight. We didn't do it. I didn't think it was worth it. I thought $500 was too much risk. Plus, what if somebody was smuggling some dope or something in that thing? I don't want to be responsible for that. That's a good way to go to jail, ain't it? Anyway, I didn't do it. All right, so we get the U-Haul truck, right? First of all, we get the grandfather clock into a corner. We wrap it in moving blankets that we happen to have. We put several layers of blankets thick, right? And I tied the blankets to it so they wouldn't move. And then there's these boards. They start about 1.5 feet off the bottom of the deck, and they go up about every 1.5 feet or so. Well, there's about 5 or 6 of those, so I tie a ratchet strap around those, and I tighten them up, kind of snug, but not real tight. And then we go up, right? We're chook. And then, we get that secured. Like, well, this worked. This isn't so bad, right? It's all right. Let's get the tractors, right? So we load one of the tractors in there, and I'm starting to look around like, there ain't no place to tie these things to the floor. How do you expect you to haul lawnmowers in the U-Haul truck? Well, I don't think they expect you to. I think they expect you to haul boxes. Well, needless to say, it was difficult. Very difficult to strap a tractor down in the back of a U-Haul truck. And not something I would recommend doing ever. We did it. Not proud of it. Nothing got damaged. The U-Haul truck came out fine. My tractor came out fine. But it was nerve-wracking, I'll tell you that. So we had 2 tractors, 2 lawnmower decks. We had a wagon that went with one of the tractors. We had all this jammed in the back, along with a bunch of Ninja Turtle action figures and Nintendo Power magazines and like all my stuff that I wanted to keep from, my childhood that I never got a chance to move. Got all this stuff moved out there and put into this U-Haul. It was actually packed in pretty tight. Well, we ended up going to Harbor Freight. Don't judge. They're good for what they are. And I bought some more ratchet straps. And we tied it off to the sides as high or as low as we could. Went over the top with like a whole bunch of straps. It ain't moving. It ain't moving at all. And then we took one last one down to the bumper. Tied to the bumper to hold the fronts. Talk about nerve-wracking, y'all. Driving like 1,200 miles with that load, I never want to do that again. We came into Columbus, Ohio. It might have been Indianapolis. I don't know. We was coming somewhere across I-70. We hit a bump. And next thing you know, I heard chimes. You ever hear like grandfather clock chimes? They go ding, ding every hour. I heard those chimes go off, and I knew that grandfather clock had fallen over. I just knew it. It didn't fall. I stopped at the next rest area and looked back, and it's sitting there perfect. Nothing moved the entire trip. We had enough stuff jammed in there and holding it tight that it wasn't going to move. And, well, did good. But anyway, I don't recommend that. If you're going to haul stuff long distances, you might want to consult these companies to see if they have a better option than what I had. I did not have the right truck, I'm pretty sure, for it, and probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. It is what it is. Allegedly, I did. There you go. These could just all be stories, right? That's what we're going to say if we got to court. This is just a story. I didn't do anything wrong. It's a nice looking sticker, ain't it? Shameless plug. Go to the store. I got a Jokes from the Bunker store on my website, and I think you can click the links below to get to it. Anyway, let's watch this video one more time. Tell me what you think. Do you think that person was still in there? Do you think they had it in neutral? Think they climbed out? Leave that in the comments below. Be very appreciative to get some comments on this video. We're just starting out here, so I need anything I can. Check this video out. Watch it. Let's go.
Now, hold on a second. How'd the driver get out? If the driver wasn't in there, then that sucker's still in neutral. Any ideas?
All right, what do you think? You think they're still in there? You think they never was in there? Did they use a forklift? Let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, if you like what you see in this video, please do me a favor and subscribe. And go ahead and like, comment, whatever. Just anything helps. I'm just starting out here, as you know, and anything helps. Check out my other stuff over on TikTok or Instagram. And listen, y'all, it's been fun. It's been good. And hopefully you'll come back and see me next time if you liked it. If not, have fun on YouTube, browsing around, whatever. Catch y'all later and be good.